there's no better place to find American diversity than the place that all people must go, the gas station. So, with the recent outbreak of Ebola, should the U.S. government close down international flights to countries in West Africa?
Yes and no. I mean, I actually lived in Africa for 3 months, so I came back just fine. I was over in East Africa though, so if they were to close down flights to Africa, I wouldn't be okay with it. In fact, I'm going back over there in 2 months.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. With the recent outbreak of Ebola, should the U.S. government close down international flights to countries in West Africa?
No.
No?
No. As they say, more Americans have been married to Kim Kardashian than have died from Ebola. So
That's a good
they're
point.
freaking out.
Yeah. With the recent outbreak of Ebola, should the U.S. government close down international flights to countries in Western Africa?
I think so.
You think so?
I think definitely. I mean, that's the only way to kind of isolate the infection,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
That's smart, yeah.
With the recent outbreak of Ebola, should the U.S. government close down international flights to countries in West Africa? Okay. What do you think? Sorry.
What do you think of the government's reaction to the outbreak and the safety procedures that they took? Like just how like some people that were treating it even got sick.
I mean, we're at the point where everyone knows at that point they have Ebola, they're not going to be cured at that point. I mean, they get it, they're not going to make it, so it's kind of thinking they shouldn't have dealt with as much as they have. At the point.
Yeah, so just kind of like quarantine them and let them run their course.
Yeah.
So do you feel safe?
I have to say, yeah.
Okay, cool. What do you think of the government's reaction to the outbreak and the safety procedures that they took?
Well, I think that was kind of careless. I think they probably should have been a little bit more careful as far as like, I think we're the smartest nation. And I think that there should have been a little bit more precaution, especially with the girl traveling with Cleveland. I thought that was really careless of them. They should have just known right away that there was something.
What do you think of the government's reaction to the outbreak and the safety procedures that they took?
Adequate. Maybe they just need to do a better job of communicating the message of what we're doing and why they don't need to freak out over it.
Okay, cool. And then my next question was, do you feel safe?
Yep,
And clearly
totally.
you do, so.
Yeah, people are mixing up hysteria with true medical facts.
Yeah. And then what do you think of Obama's reaction to ISIS when they killed 2 American reporters?
No response to that.
No response. Do you think the U.S. should send in more forces to defend Iraq and Syria from ISIS? No. And then what do you think of Obama's reaction to ISIS when they killed 2 American reporters?
That one's really tough. That's a tough one. I'm conflicted. I don't know. I mean, it's a bad situation, but, do we really want to go to war every time over every death?
Yeah. Just when they killed 2 American reporters.
Boy, well, I'm not a big fan of Obama, so my opinion is probably going to be a little bit slighted. So I personally I think there needs to be some kind of isolation of ISIS because, I mean, they're doing this to not only soldiers and reporters from the United States, but also from, Europe and other places. So, I mean, there's going to have to be some kind of repercussions for ISIS.
Yeah, that was my next question. Do you think the U.S. should send in more forces to help defend Iraq and Syria from ISIS?
Limited and only in a capacity to assist them police and help themselves.
Okay. And then do you think the U.S. should send in more forces to defend Iraq and Syria from ISIS?
Well, I think that there needs to be some kind of responsibility for the countries in which it's happening. I mean, it's only a small group within a country, so instead of us always jumping over everyone's business, people need to start learning how to defend themselves against their own country.
Yeah. And then what do you think of John Smith's efforts to close down all elementary schools for a year to protect children from Ebola?
I guess because I don't have kids in school, I haven't really paid attention to that. Which school is this?
I don't know. Okay. All right, cool, thanks. Elementary schools.
At where?
In northern California.
Oh, when did that just happen? This weekend
A
or?
couple weeks ago.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
All
Okay. Is
right.
that it?
Yeah, that's
All right.
it.
Hysteria, fear monger.
All right. Cool. That's it. Thank you. Ready?
Oh, you have the video? Oh my god.
What do you think of the government's reaction to the outbreak of Ebola and the safety procedures that they took?
The second part of the question I didn't hear.
What do you think of the government's reaction to the outbreak and the safety procedures that they took?
I think it was slow at first, but I think now they're on board to help protect and make sure everyone stays safe here. But I think the response initially was slow.
Well, I think it's a little bit slow. I think they have to respond a little bit better.
Yeah. And then, how do you feel about Obama taking 125 vacation days and playing 186 rounds of golf during his presidency?
It's not a fair question because I don't like Obama.
So, with the recent outbreak of Ebola, should the U.S. government close down international flights to countries in West Africa?
From West Africa?
Yeah, or like, yeah, both.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. And then, what do you think of John Smith's efforts to close down all elementary schools for a year to protect children from Ebola?
I think it's overdue.
Yeah.
Overdone.
Oh, we're done? Okay. Yeah, thank you. What do you think of John Smith's efforts to close down all elementary schools for a year to protect children from Ebola?
I think that's a bad idea.
Okay. Do you support Obamacare?
No.
Would you be in favor of an Affordable Care Act which increases affordability but doesn't replace private insurance? Okay. As you can see, people are frightened of Ebola and are discontent with Obama. That's all for America.